Well, we got my helper here today, and back to the daily grind of maintaining a street car, race car, street car. It's an everyday hustle. It really is an everyday hustle. I got the rear end completely out of the car, and yeah, I got a couple things to fix here, but the main reason that we took it out is because we're gonna have to take these gears out, and it's a pain in the butt to do it while it's in the car. I went ahead and just completely took the differential out. It makes things easier, it really does. It's not gonna be so easy going back in, but for the most part, it's gonna be all right. So I gotta take the axles out. The axles have to come out in order to take this big old chunk out, and then take it over to my buddy Abe so he can swap these new gears out for me, because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that. I immediately regret taking the diff out before taking the axles out, because I'm taking these bolts. You know, strange, if you guys remember, we actually swapped the axle out on the other side over there because we broke it in that trip to Tulsa. This is the other side axle that wasn't damaged. It doesn't have a hole so that I can get to the bolts that hold on this backing plate, and in essence holds this axle to the housing. The other side, the new axle on the other side, actually does have the hole for me to access. So this side has to do by hand, and with the rear end being on jack stands here, it's a pain in the butt. But I guess it is what it is. See how much easier it is with a hole in the axle? Done. One of the other things I was thinking about doing is actually deleting the e-brake and all that stuff, because really I don't know if it actually worked all that great. The only time I really use it is like when I put the car in the trailer, but I think some chocks can fix that problem, and we can delete the cables, we can delete the handle. I really want to put the parachute handle where the e-brake handle is, and then we can delete all this stuff to kind of keep this free rotating. So I guess let me know what you think. I'm kind of undecided on it. Leave a comment down below if you think deleting the e-brake is a good idea, or if we just keep it and leave it how it is. But you know, it'd be nice to have a better, I don't like reaching for this parachute handle during the pull. That's my problem. I think it'd be easier if I can see it, because I can't see it, so sometimes I'm just guessing where it's at and just trying to get it, versus knowing it's right next to the shifter and pulling up on it. Yes. Thank you for the water. But yeah, I think I'm really leaning towards deleting the all the emergency brake stuff and little solenoid in here, and all the cables and the bracketry. And just like that, everything is out. Got the rear end, got the gears out, ready to be swapped out. Yeah, that fluid does not look happy. There is some shavings in there. I'm not sure entirely if the shavings are new or if it's something previous. Because remember, when we broke the axle that we replaced, it threw a bunch of metal and debris inside the housing here. I thought I did a good job of cleaning it out. It wasn't easy because the rear end was in the car. So that's where I'll stop now. We got to take this gear over to Abe, get this housing cleaned out, and then put it all back together. What's going on?
You alright?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Huh? I brought you. I know this is like the 10th time that we've done this.
It's about the 10th time.
But
yeah.
I got another set of gears I need swapped out.
Maybe this will be the last time?
So, someday I'll figure out the gears that I want, but maybe this will be the last time, but probably not.
There's always a next time.
Yeah. All right, so we are back at Lunatic Custom Performance, my buddy A's shop, and yeah, he's gonna do these gears for us. So take a quick look here. Ooh, that's something firing up over there. It's Cadillac. Like I said before, it's gonna allow us to leave a little quicker in that second gear, so we're not overloading that torque converter, and still be good for the quarter mile. So that's the plan. We're gonna switch this out, as you can see.
Right now,
these are the 325 gears that we have, and I'm gonna keep these because you never know. We're gonna swap it. I'm gonna save this gear in case I ever need to drop down back to a 325, but I don't think I will. But you never know, I suppose. So I'm gonna leave the gears here with Abe. Pick them up later. Oh, on another note, Viking called me. This has been days later now, but Viking called me. I sent the coilovers to them. They checked them out for me. The shocks themselves came out fine, but the springs did have an issue. One of the springs was actually shorter than the other one. We're still not sure how. I'm guessing because of the load. Whenever I went over towards the wall, you can see in one of the videos and one of the pictures that it actually loaded that left rear. All the weight, all the momentum was on that left rear spring and shock. So I'm guessing either over time, what they told me, either that or over time that they tend to do that. So they went ahead and swapped me out for 2 new springs. So I got the 2 new springs coming with that, and then we'll put that back in when we put the differential back in. And every time I come here, there's always something nice and a bunch of nice motors and pallets here. I left that centerpiece over there on the table.
On the table?
Yeah, so.
All right, cool. I'll
let you do your magic, cause
yeah, I'll get it torn apart.
I was just saying that I mean, I guess I could learn how to do it. I just don't have the patience. Like, I don't understand. It's horrible. I've seen you do it. It's horrible.
It's not too bad.
You have to I've seen you go over it 10 times and use your little dial, and you're like, no thanks. No, that's not for me. I'm gonna leave you two.
I'll take care of it.
But yeah, that's all the update now. Let's get back to the house and get started on some other stuff. What a mess, huh, buddy? We got a serious mess going on here. I checked over the ARB bar. I checked over the housing. Like I said, I still gotta clean that up, so we're gonna take that here in a little while and get it cleaned up. I'm still undecided on the e-brake stuff. You guys gotta let me know what you think. Should I leave your comment below? What do you think? Should I delete the e-brake, get rid of the handle, put my parachute handle down where the e-brake is, or should I just go ahead and leave that alone? While we're waiting, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the exhaust tip on the car and do some wiring, because we need to put a speed sensor, which we have yet to do. I have all the stuff to do it, we just haven't done it. Wire up the pressure sensor for the radiator. And what else did I have to do? As far as wiring, I think that was it. It's very possible that we may actually take the car to Hangman Performance and put it on a lift. My boy Solomon said that he would let us borrow a lift so that we could do that valve body. And that's basically it. I mentioned that we were thinking about going to Doomsday No Prep over in Dallas and hanging out with Joe and that crew. Well, that's not gonna work out. Something came up and I'm not gonna be able to leave as early as I wanted to Saturday to go to that Doomsday and No Prep. Dallas is about 5 hours away from us, so that's unfortunately not gonna happen. I already talked to Joe about it, let him know. It is what it is. I really wanted to go, but it is what it is. So instead, there's actually a no prep here going on. Well, I shouldn't say, I'm not sure if it's a no prep. Dig Night is throwing their usual half-track start big end race. I think Brian Flash from MRL is gonna be there. He's gonna be, I think, racing possibly in the Trans Am or maybe the Mustang. I'm not sure. I'll have to get with him. But since that's local, it doesn't take us long to get there, and it's later on in the day, I'm gonna go to that instead and hang out with them and see what's going on. So that's the plan. I'm gonna continue working on this. I'm excited, I'm geared up, I'm ready to get back in this seat. It's been forever, it seems like, since I've been strapped down. So that's it, that's the update for you. I'm gonna get to work.